Good morning. Welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, hi, hello, my name is Mayya. And I am your host of Motivation and Muscles with Mayya Ting. We have co-host in the Poopy Time Cup. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. Get a dog, they say. I love him. Anyway, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year to you. 2024 is going to be awesome. It's going to be, I hate to say I feel it, but I feel it. I just kind of feel like, and I was telling my mentor and coaches this, that I just feel like something big is going to happen this year. Good, I mean, in a good way. And I don't know what that thing is, but I'm here for it. And I'm also prepared for any challenges. And that's, I want to talk to you guys about what I've learned in 2023. I've learned that you can't control life. And that even when things are going good, you should still have on the whole armor of God. Because when things hit the fan, as they normally do, when you have the whole armor of God on, you're at your best. You are more prepared to lean on God than to lean on worldly standards. I've done both. And let me tell you something. Leaning on worldly standards, you really want to talk about it? To the world, and I wish that we get to a place where we really understand this and start normalize talking about it. It is nothing in this world for us. Spiritually speaking, it's not. The world loves to see you suffer. And when you're in the middle of your suffering, the world laughs at you. And I'm not necessarily talking about people, right? But again, I always talk about putting your eggs in the world basket. No, don't do that. It doesn't work. And I'm learning more and more that this is not my home. I'm learning more and more that heaven is my home. I'm learning more and more to rely on Jesus, because that's one thing that he taught me in 2023. He is the only one I can rely on. And to be quite honest, the only one who I want to rely on. Because people just be peopling, right? And I would rather put my eggs in a God basket anytime, because I know that he will always have my back. Now, I may not always agree with the way he does things, but how do you argue with the person who has created all of this? How? How can we argue with that person? And if he's our creator, that means he knows us inside and out. So why wouldn't we confront him? When you get a piece of furniture from IKEA, let me tell you something. You have not met God if you have not put together some IKEA furniture. Let's talk about it. Now, it's been a minute since I have purchased IKEA furniture, but I have IKEA furniture. And let me tell you something. If you have put together some IKEA furniture, then you feeling me. It does not come with words, or it's minimal words. Because remember, IKEA is based out of Germany. So the words ain't words to American standard. And a lot of it's a lot of pictures. And normally it's when you've put the whole bookshelf together, when you've put the whole shelf together, or whatever it is that you've purchased, that you have about 3 or 4 screws and panels left. And you're like, but what does this go to? And normally when you have stuff left over, what do? Or what should you do? Go back to the manual, right? To figure out where you went wrong. But if we're smart, we won't wait until the very end and we're like, oh my goodness, I have screws and bolts and washers and panels left over. We won't wait till the end. What we'll do is, as we're gradually moving along the building process, we'll refer back to the instructions. As a matter of fact, we'll refer to the instructions and say, okay, put panel A and panel B together. Let me do that. Panel A, panel B. Let me go back to the instructions. Now do what for C and D? Do that? Okay. Oh, I messed that up. Let me go back. C and D, put it here. Okay. If we're smart. But see, we've been indoctrinated to the world standard. You got it, girl. Guy, you got it. If it feels good, do it. If it don't feel good, don't do it. Well, the Bible doesn't talk about that. It doesn't say that. It doesn't say be led by your feelings. It says be led by the Spirit. Can you imagine of all of the foolishness we would have avoided had we just listened to this Bible? And I'm reaching over because I have a Bible right here. I know for me, and it's not about my mom or my dad and what they should have done. No. When I began to really understand who God is and who Jesus is in my life and what he did for me personally over 2,000 years ago on the cross, I would have listened then. I would have taken heed then. Now, I'm not saying I would have avoided a lot of heartache and pain, no. But I would have already been able to build that muscle to rely on Jesus every time something goes awry and not rely on people, things. So now there's a lot of undoing that needs to be done. A lot of undoing. And that's okay, because guess what? Because it's messy, and God delights in the messy. Why? Because he wants to be able to work through the messy, untangle, detangle, put a little moisturizer on that thing. And in the very end, show you just who he is. Is anybody watching The Chosen? Is anybody out there?